Welcome to part 2 of our World Cup preview. We will now be looking at the World Cup from a more Manchester United perspective, and we will start with our new manager, Louis van Gaal, who is obviously managing the Dutch team at this tournament. Guys, from a United perspective, how do we want Holland to do? Gaz?
Look, I understand how it would be beneficial for us if Holland went out a bit early. But Louis van Gaal is our new manager. It's confirmed now, and I just want him to win. That's what it is. If Holland won it, I'd be buzzing. As soon as England go out, my second team in it will be the Netherlands. So.
Okay, Adam, have you got that same approach?
I'm a mixture of emotions. Part of me would like him to just come home now, get to Manchester, start working on this, because I got a bad feeling Ed Woodward's going to have another horror summer.
I was going to say he doesn't need to come back. He's got Ed Woodward doing his work for him.
Oh God. And part of me wants him to do well, just so it boosts his stock, boosts his confidence, boosts the likes of Robin van Persie's confidence, and I'm sure we'll be signing a few Dutch players as well. So, bring home a few World Cup winners. But personally, I'd rather him just get to Old Trafford right now and start bringing in the players.
Okay, do you think we'll see from Holland maybe things we might be able to see from Manchester United in the future? Will we get much insight into Van Gaal and the way he plays during this tournament, Adam?
I think he's played. He played 4-4-2 at one point, and he's been playing 4-3-3. It's been difficult to see how he's going to play. Obviously, he's got a limited squad that is selected for the Holland game. And although he likes to play in his 4-3-3 style a lot, and he's done that pretty much throughout, a lot of his career, I can see him completely. Something's going to be different between Holland and Manchester United because of the players he has at his disposal.
Okay, Gaz, United have got 14 players at this World Cup, so let's focus on them now. Who do you think in particular needs a good World Cup to boost their confidence?
Who needs one? Nani's a big one. I think that a lot of Nani's problem is his confidence. But I think we'd all love to see players like Januzaj have a good World Cup, and players like Mata and Chicharito. But we all know that Fellaini is going to have a brilliant World Cup. Because it would only be right, it would only be the way to finish this season, wouldn't it? To play awful all year and us finish 7th, and then for him to have a stormer in the summer against the best team in the world. And then we'll probably sell him for 15 million, but...
Mac, any players you think need a bit of confidence from this World Cup?
Who needs confidence? I'd like to see Nani have a good World Cup and then make Louis van Gaal think, you know what, he can do something for me, because I keep getting ridiculed for it every single time that I support Nani, but I got a feeling he can do something for us under the right management, and David Moyes obviously wasn't that. Hernandez could put himself in a shot window. Fellaini could put himself in a shot window. Same for Nani as well, if we're being honest. Then you got the likes of Jones and Smalling. I hope they do well when they are used. They won't start for England unless there's injuries. But I hope they do well, because the last thing you would want is them, giving away a penalty in the knockout stages, doing a Phil Neville, and then coming back into the season and, with a lot of their confidence just sapped away from them. So I hope they do well. I say with Rooney, I hope he does well, because the England fans will get on his back. But if he has a crap World Cup, the England fans get on his back. He'll come back and he'll be firing for us. So Rooney, I don't mind if Rooney does crap. But Januzaj, I got a feeling Januzaj is going to light up this World Cup with a few good sub appearances.
Why have we not even mentioned Welbeck?
Because it's obvious that he's that guy.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, isn't it? Yeah.
Here's that guy. So any players from United that haven't travelled with their countries that you think should have gone?
Ryan Giggs.
Oh yeah?
I don't know. Who got left out? What,
Raphael?
Raphael, that's a disgrace that he hasn't gone. A disgrace. He should be in there with a shout. Barring last season, he was inconsistent. But over the last 2-3 years for Manchester United, I think, have they got many better right backs than him? Top of my head, I can't think of many.
Who are they going to play? Dante? Is he a centre back?
He's a centre back, isn't he? But
yeah, I think so.
We got Marcelo, haven't
we? I know. If David Luiz plays, Raphael's problem has been that he's a bit reckless. He loses his way. You don't know where positionally he is. David Luiz plays like that every game, and he's getting a £50 million move to PSG. So I don't know.
Amazing.
Raphael's a good shout. I'm glad DDG's been involved, and Mata as well. I know David De Gea might not play a lot. He might not play at all, but
he won't play, will he? He'll be sat on the bench.
But him and Mata, I'm glad they were included in the Spain team.
Also love Kagawa to have a good World Cup as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. No place for England for Cleverly, Carrick or Ashley Young.
No.
Disgrace that Carrick's not involved. When you've got, I don't care about whether he's had a good season or not. Jordan Henderson over Michael Carrick. Are you having a laugh?
I kind of disagree with that, Adam. Just because Henderson with Gerrard this season have been brilliant, but I think the player you should have dropped if you were going to drop anyone would be Frank Lampard, because
I would imagine that's what it came down to: Carrick or Lampard.
Starting wise, do you want Carrick in your team or Henderson? I'll say no more.
Ideally, you wouldn't start either, I suppose.
Carrick all day over Henderson. He's had one good season, if that.
I'm trying not to be negative.
Carrick's carried us for the whole, carried our central midfield for 6-7 years, and he's been criminally underrated.
Hey, look, we all love Michael Carrick.
Gareth Barry gets in a team over him. It's a joke.
Which players have you got your eye on in this World Cup already that you're hoping United might look into?
I'm still upset about Carrick.
I think a lot of the Netherlands lads, what you were saying before, I'm not sure of a few of the names, but the younger
Classy
Netherlands players, Classy, that's one of them. Is he the one who played that brilliant ball to Van Persie?
Yeah, to Van Persie, yeah.
That's all anyone in England has ever seen of Jordi Classy. And now we know Rooney did it against Villa, Classy did it against Ghana, I think. So he's basically as good as Wayne Rooney because he did play one amazing ball to Classy. And now we all want him.
Of course, yeah. But I'd like to see a few of them lot because I think they're the more likely. And then, like you said before, Sam, the whole Germany midfield, because they seem to all have been linked to us. So it'll be good to see.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It'll be good to see that.
Surely the players that you don't want them to have a good World Cup because the price is just going to go over the top, and then.
But it's not going to be very exciting, is it? If say for example, I don't know.
Do you want another Kalinowski, Sam?
Well, I'm just going to pick a random player in Sami Khedira. Say he has an abysmal World Cup, and then we read United have bid 25 million for Sami Khedira. We're all going to be going, what? Look what he just did at the World Cup.
Adam, you just said you don't want players who United are linked to play well this World Cup. That means nobody's going to play well because we're linked to everyone in the world.
This is going to be the worst World Cup in history if Adam gets his way.
Yeah.
Oh. It's going to be a disaster. Right, guys, thank you very much. Any final thoughts on the World Cup?
That guy Welbs to win it.
Yeah, Danny Welbeck. That's all I have to say.
All your thought is Danny Welbeck. All right, guys, thanks so much.
He didn't get mentioned at the start, but I hope a lot of people saying, Danny Welbeck shouldn't start and that against Italy. But I think in the big games for Manchester United, against the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and so on, he's shown that he can do it against the big teams. Danny Welbeck has to start for England.
Okay, there you go. You heard Adam. Please let us know what you think. Write it down below. We'll be doing previews for all of the England games, much like we did the United games through the summer. So check them out. Let us know what you think about the World Cup, Man United players, who was in, who was out. Write it down below, and we'll read it with our human eyeballs.